right, guys, welcome to the DJ Talk Show, and we're doing an impromptu lunch meeting today. And of course, we got our
Monty
regular
Brothers.
co-host, Mr.
John Q.
Yeah.
Q, and we have DJ Decade on that side.
Yeah. And
DJ Decade, thanks for inviting us to lunch and paying for it.
No problem.
that's awesome. That's very nice of him.
No, I ordered the lobster because I know,
Yeah.
he's paid, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Actually, I got his lunch.
So I think it's been a while, right, since our last video?
I think it was like, what, 2 years ago?
No, it
I
wasn't
think
that
about
long ago, but it
8
was
months ago.
Yeah, it was
We
probably
took
about 8 months ago.
A long
And,
break that.
It got a lot of attention because there was a little bit of a controversy in the title there, so we got a lot of people commenting. So rather than go back and read people's comments, I think we'll do that on another show, right?
Yes.
We'll kind of revisit that video.
8 months
don't
later,
think-
after
don't-
this.
Yeah,
Okay, true.
but don't think we forgot about it. We definitely will revisit it. But I've been seeing a lot of mobile DJs lately, kind of sharing playlists, sharing what they do at events, sharing their setup and pictures. And it got me thinking, like, is every mobile DJ a clone? Like, what do they do to set them apart from each other? And
Right.
what gets one mobile DJ a gig over another guy? Like, why does one guy lose out and another guy gets the gig? You mobile DJ, what do you think?
I can tell you from experience, as far as being a mobile DJ for over 20 years, that seeing today's mobile DJ world, that pretty much all DJs, depending where you're playing, especially if you're playing for parties and private parties, stuff like that, we're all pretty much playing the same music.
Yeah.
The same songs are being requested. The same music.
Right.
It's I could have a different remix, but it's still the same song.
It's just all the same song, right?
Correct.
So if I'm the client and I'm hiring you or George, and let's say you provide me a mix, George provides me a mix, you both got a good gift of gab when we meet. Why should I choose you over him?
Well, that's how we mesh. When meeting, if we get a good vibe from each other.
Right.
Also experience as well. Because I've done a lot of different things. I know George's done a lot of different things.
Right. So both with almost equal amount of experience, right? You guys are playing the same stuff, right? You provide me an open format mix, you provide me an open format mix.
Right.
What are you going to say to the client that's going to get you the gig over him?
In my realm of mobile DJ, they go by a price. So they kind of know what pricing they're looking for. And then from there, they don't actually ask for samples. It's really never happened.
Some
where
do.
They say,
I've had a couple.
You had where
Sample
they ask
meaning
you
a
for a
mix.
sample of a mix, but you have samples on your
But
website.
I'm saying I've been asked to make even special mixes for them just so that they can hear.
Really?
Yeah, I've been asked.
Okay. They normally just go by the price.
Correct.
On my website we have 3 packages, which is, a good, better, best type thing, and it's actually stated that way.
Right.
And believe it or not, people always just go with that middle package, or maybe sometimes the lower end package, just because of budget.
Right.
And it's based on budget. That's been at least the way I've built my own company.
See, and that's a good idea because it's giving them an option,
Right.
but you're keeping the business
Right.
within your company.
Correct.
You know what
now,
I mean?
they might ask, well, what's the difference between, a DJ, the lower end DJ, or, the lowest package and a higher package? I go, well, all the DJs are going to play the same music. The only difference is the experience.
Right.
I mean, I agree with that. Pretty much all the gigs lately that I've been seeing today, go by price.
Right.
Because I get a lot of stuff from Thumbtack, Gig Salad, this and that.
Right.
They go by, and then I quote them. I see, or sometimes I'll quote them if the budget is something that I would take, for the money.
Right.
But if it's 5 hours for $100, I'm not even going to bother, quoting that gig. So they're looking at price more than experience, more than professionalism, what they've done, how they mix music, because they really don't care if you mix or not.
Right.
If you can push play
as
and
long as you don't train wreck.
No, you don't just play, let the song finish and play.
Right.
It's,
But they'll even the average listener will identify a train wreck. you know,
Yes and no. Yes and no.
when it
Yes and no.
happens.
In the mobile industry, I don't think believe it or not, it's
It
not
matters.
important for you to mix
Exactly, it's not.
because they're not expecting that.
Right, but wouldn't you agree that you'll get away with more if you just fade it in and out and almost not mixed rather than train wrecking? If you train wreck, people will notice. So
True.
that's my point. As long as you don't train wreck,
True.
you don't necessarily need to mix seamlessly.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
you can almost do
Yeah,
the
if you-
automatic crossfade.
Right. If
Right.
you're just beginning as a beginner DJ and you're not 100% confident with your mixing abilities between two songs, yeah, just kind of crossfade them. Bring down the bass on one end and the other one and mix in, and then bring up the bass, and
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Just do a
as
quick
opposed
crossfade.
to trying to mix two songs that just don't sound good together or are completely off, because it's going to throw people off.
Absolutely.
Just kind of like swipe it in, real quick transition.
But if they're on,
From one
but if
to
they're on
the
their cell phones, they won't know anyway.
Yeah.
other. If they're on their cell phones,
They won't know.
Yeah.
They won't
Or
know us anyway.
texting?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
won't know us anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's for entry level DJs or DJs that are just starting out. Pro DJs don't have that issue. A good example is I have a set price. I charge for a regular mobile DJ it's $600. That's my set price for a 4-hour gig.
Right.
And I've had that same price for a long time now, so I got to start switching it up. Now the question is, let's say that Decade comes in and charges $1,000. What's going to be the difference between Decade and myself?
But
Price.
that's my point.
And that's your question.
right.
price.
It's going to be based on price. It's going to be based on
Yeah, but
who's
what
got a nicer website, who's got the ability to talk to the client on the phone and seem confident enough to sell the item. And say, oh, hey, I've been doing this for 10 years. This is my passion. This is what I do.
Right.
And pick me, and that's basically what you're doing.
some of these people don't even care about your experience. They're
They
like,
don't.
oh,
I know they don't.
Well, but
you have to sell it,
Of
because that's
course.
what's going to say. I'm going to pick DJ Decade at 1,000 as opposed to DJ 360 at 600.
Right.
Well, that's my point here. You're all playing the same thing. If you're all equally good at mixing
Right.
that music, and you have the hits, because everybody gets their
It's
music
going to come
from
down
usually
to
the
your
same
sell
source.
ability to sell yourself on the phone and to say, I'm worth $1,000 for this reason.
But see,
and then
that's the unfortunate part of a site like Thumbtack or Gig Salad, is because you got to throw a price at these people before you even talk to them.
No,
Right.
no. What happens on Thumbtack, especially, is they send you a quote, and they say, okay, for wedding, 7 hours, blah blah, $300.
right.
Okay. So now, if you want to bid on that quote, you buy credits from Thumbtack, so it costs you money to send the bid.
Right.
So
Right.
and then you don't hear back, or then you just spent money for a gig for a
Right.
quote.
Right, but that's my point. So you don't have any opportunity to sell yourself to them other than that price. So
That's
the price
correct.
is leading
on that
them.
Correct.
website, you
Correct.
don't have a way.
Yeah.
No, they're either going to pick you or not.
Right.
And Gig Salad is the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
But you don't have to pay for that. You don't.
Would-
Right.
Right, but that's the unfortunate part of it. Whereas if you're able to talk to the client first, you can justify that price
Right,
a
but
little
see,
bit.
most people don't go just to a website like 360 or mine or your website to find a DJ. They're going to Thumbtack. They're going to Gig Salad.
Some of them, because I make a large percentage of my clients through my website.
But they found you somehow other than
Well,
your website.
yeah, search engine
Correct.
optimization.
they could
Right.
put search engine optimization.
But I
Exactly.
noticed though that most clients that I've dealt with and I've spoken to, they're going to a Thumbtack, a Gig Salad, because
True.
they're getting
Well, it's
all
a-
the DJs
Right.
in the whole area, so they can choose. Let's say us three
Right.
are in there, so they're choosing They got a whole wide network to see. All right, there's 360, there's John, there's
Right,
this and that.
right.
So then they can choose. They can see pictures, videos, your biography, blah blah,
It's
whatever.
like,
Right,
it's like
but-
the Angie's
but-
list
Correct,
for
exactly.
DJs.
But
Yeah.
the Thumbtack is, to me, is a what I call a low budget
Of course.
way of choosing a DJ, because
Correct.
it's kind of like, using the analogy, I'm gonna go choose a surgeon by the cheapest price, or I'm gonna have a bunch of surgeons bid on my surgery and say, 500, 1,000, 200, $1, and then I got to choose based on a price.
Right,
because
of course.
there's no way for me to say, okay, he'll write a description saying, I'm the best doctor, I'm the best DJ around town. You know, they're all going to have the same.
And reviews, right?
Yeah, of course.
People can review on there.
Yeah, which is just like star systems. So
Yeah.
Well, no, they can leave text and stuff. It's not just star system, but yeah, they have the star system as well. Bro,
I think it's a good idea to get the viewers' opinion on this as far as if you're a mobile DJ, what are you guys doing to set yourself apart, you know?
well,
Again,
I think a lot of DJs that I know and see, they're doing more than just DJ work. They're doing, you know, photography. They're doing photo booth. They're doing the percussionist.
yeah,
doing,
they're not a full-time DJ.
hold on, but they're doing the EDM robot dancers, LED robots. They're doing the Aura Locas. They're doing, you know, stage rentals. They're doing a whole bunch of different things that can accommodate everything into their DJ business.
Sure. I mean, it's definitely, and that's been going on for years. Maybe it's increased, but that's been going on
It's
for years.
increased
That
more.
DJs are trying to include stuff to be a one-stop shop.
Correct.
You know, but what are they doing to actually get the gig? Like, yes, you could talk to the client and provide those additional services, but again, if you're kind of comparing apples to apples from a client's perspective, you know, is because George said he'll include a robot for an extra $300 reason enough for me to choose him over you? I don't know. I'd like to know what other DJs
All
are
right,
doing.
so you guys comment below. This is a topic we're definitely going to be talking more in depth about because you know there's a lot of factors. I think personally, budget is the main factor. Then
I
from
agree.
there, it's going to be your ability to sell on the phone and to grab that client and make it your own. You know, and then from there. The third is going to be if you're unique. You know what do I have to offer that's going to be better than that other DJ? You know, I can tell them I play percussion as I'm DJing. You know, and they're like, well, that sounds cool. You know, I'm going to hire you. You're only $100 more than the other guy. So
Right.
you know what? I'm going to hire you. So
Right.
I think those are the main three things, and we want to know what you guys do and what you guys think about it.
But I think the same goes for, since we're talking DJing and pricing and budgets and this and that, I think the same goes for club DJs. You know, what's different? Why is a club going to hire you over anybody else? You
Okay.
know, I think, you know, club, especially for most bars, clubs, restaurants right now, are on budgets. Okay, they're paying X amount of dollars for 6 hours, 7 hours, and that's
Right.
it. They're not paying, you know, a headline like Tiesto, you know, $100,000 to DJ in their club. So, you know, so what's making these bars or clubs hire the DJs that I'm seeing all the time in the flyers? Why they have residencies there? And you know,
I think that's pretty easy. It's also price. That's also a factor. And can they bring a crowd? Because that's the number one thing that a manager is going to ask you. Can you pack the club? So
yeah, do you
gotta
have a following?
Do you
Can
have
you
a
pack the
following?
club?
So you've got to be
and again,
a
that's
promoter and a DJ.
Right, and again, it's going to be one of those things where it is a pricing issue.
Correct.
You know, are you willing to work 7 hours for $150?
Right. Or will you work for that 150, and if you bring a crowd, I'll give you a percentage of the door.
Right.
You know, it could be that too.
Right. So let us know if you guys are a club DJ or starting out to be a club DJ. Let us know like what pricing are you guys getting in your industry. You know, if you have a specific city that you're in, type in the city name. Also put in the average hours you have to work and also the pricing, what they're offering you. Not what you want, what people are offering you to work in your city.
Yeah,
'Cause,
good point.
yeah, I want to know that. I mean, I know I would like at a club gig to get at least $400 to $500, but that's not going to happen. At least not in my industry. You know, our industry is around. Oh, pizza's here. There you go, and you get to see a nice big pizza right there that the lady's bringing in. We'll put that right there so you can see it and probably get hungry.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah, smell-o-vision. So comment below, and we'll do a quick wrap up on this topic, and we'll eat some pizza.
Eat some pizza. All right, guys.